We have poem in this session by the name for Anne Gregory. Well, now this name Gregory may sound like a Russian, but it is not so. Well, that is the name of the poem for Anne Gregory. Before we move on with the poem, let me just bring something into your attention. Every piece of poetry, what we have, is of great significance and philosophy. So don't take this poem just like a regular drill, like take it as a piece of advice to your life. Well, that is the essence of education on the big picture. All right. So having said that, let's move on with today's presentation. So let us understand about the writer of this poem first. This poem is penned down by W.B. Yeats, William Butler Yeats. As the name itself suggests, he is an Irish poet. Irish poet. Who is an Irish poet? Well, Irish is an adjective used to describe Ireland. Any person who is from Ireland is addressed with the adjective Irish. Irish is an adjective, Ireland is a noun. So he is an Irish poet. His work prevailed around the world, entertaining the lovers of literature in 20th century. He has produced a lot of work. His work kept entertaining the world, even today, then and now and forever. Well, that's the power of literature, by the way. So, he was a great poet who served the world of literature in 20th century. What kind of poet he is? What is the crux theme, the idea of this poem? Well, he is a symbolist poet. What is symbolist? Symbolism is a noun, symbolist is an adjective. So, who do you call a symbolist poet? Well, it was a type of literature. It's a structure. It's an engineering. It's a new engineering of writing, which was more focusing on symbolizing the ideas, symbolizing the abstract, rather than just describing in sentences. Well, if you look into that work, designed by a symbolist poet, it is more of symbolism. There's a symbol on theme, on the abstract idea it tries to convey. Well, that is so beautiful. Well, it is more explicit and more convincing. Well, that's the power of symbols. All right? So he was not just a poet or a linguistic, but he was also a senator. W.B. Yeats served his country as a senator. So who is a senator? Just like we have ministers, mayors, representatives of the people. Yes, W.B. Yeats served his land even as a senator. Well, that's all about the poet W.B. Yeats. Now, let's look into the background of this poem. What was the inspiration or reinforcement of those factual scenarios that reinforced W.B. Yeats to engineer this beautiful poem? Look at the name of the poem, For Anne Gregory. Well, it's a very common sense that you understand Anne Gregory should be a name of a girl or a boy that will come to later. Well, for Anne Gregory. For Anne Gregory. This poem is for Anne Gregory. Suggesting Anne Gregory or for the sake of Anne Gregory. I did it for Anne Gregory. That's how you take it. So the name of the poem is For Anne Gregory. Well, is this a real person or just fictional? Well, let's look into the background. If you look at the background, W.B. Yeats has found an Irish literary theatre along with a couple of associates. One of them as Lady Gregory. So Lady Gregory was an associate of W.B. Yeats. So this girl, Anne Gregory, is a granddaughter of Lady Gregory. Am I clear? Anne Gregory is the granddaughter of Lady Gregory. So this poem, written by W.B. Yeats on the granddaughter of Lady Gregory, who was the co-assistant of W.B. Yeats in Irish literary theatre. Well, that is the background. So it's a real piece of work, not just fictional. This person is real, not fictional. So that was the background. Well, why exactly W.B. Yeats got inspired to write a poem on Anna Gregory? That will come to know when we deal with the poem line after line. So that's all about the background. Now, the question comes to your mind. What is the use of exercising a poem that is written on some random woman? What do I learn out of it? What is the use of it to me? How exactly it's going to assist me to exercise my life? Well, for that, look into the themes. Themes of this poem shall make you understand what you gain out of this poem, what the learning outcome, what changes it brings in you. Look at the themes. Well, the first theme of this poem is perception. What is perception? Perception is one's business. The way you conceive the knowledge as you look around, your perception could be different from the other guy. So perception need not be uniform. It varies from person to person based on the environment the person is surrounded by or the previous knowledge, what the impression he has on. So, see, perception, as I said, it is individual. You cannot just impose your perception on others. Neither you can expect other people to have the same perception. So, perception is individual. It's one's business, one's affair, one's the way a person has conceived the idea, the abstract. So that is perception. So this poem talks about the perception, how things are perceived by the people differently. That is the first theme. The next theme is about the beauty. What is beauty? Well, it is said that beauty lies in the eyes of the person, not in the reality, because reality doesn't exist. Reality is one's feeling. See, my reality could be different from yours. The way you look at the reality, the way you perceive it could be different from me. So reality is so individual. Well, I'm talking about one's reality. See, factual and truth, that is entirely different because truth is ultimatum. There is just one truth. Not even the facts. See, scientific facts are also various, but I'm talking about reality. What is reality? See, reality is also one's business, one's understanding, one's perception, the way he conceives the abstract. So my reality depends on the way I conceive it. All right? So that is the second theme this poem is going to talk about, beauty and reality. So what is beauty? You should ask your elders. For them, everything that belongs to them, their children, their grandchildren, are so beautiful to them. For any mother, her baby is so beautiful. See the way how beauty is described. Beauty is not perfect. Beauty is not accurate. Beauty is in the eyes of the man who conceive it, who perceive it, all right? So that is beauty. And moving to the next third theme of this poem is mortality. What is mortality? Mortality and immortality. Immortality is the opposite of mortality. Immortality is the one that doesn't perish at any point of time. Mortality is what is subject to time, which gets perished as the time rolled on. So that is mortality. This poem talks about this wonderful theme, mortality. So, however powerful, knowledgeable, wise we are, but we should always keep it in mind, we are subject to time and we are mortals. One fine day, we are all going to perish. That is mortality. So keep the thing, keep that, wisdom in your mind that we are mortals. We are subject to mortality. So how well we can exercise this time, the available time. That's what poem tries to tell you. You are mortal. You are subject to mortality. So keep that in mind so that you exercise this life in a very joyful manner. Because if people were to be immortals, think about how ruthless they would have been. If people were to be immortals, what is immortality? There is no death. Well, you say gods are immortals? I don't know, okay? So immortality means there is no death. If people were to be immortals, if people were never to die, think about it. Things would have been worse or more cruel in this world. So we all should keep in mind that we're subject to mortality. And that will guide you to move on a very peaceful and rightful and correct way. Well, that's the third theme. I move to the next one. The last theme this poem offers you is ultimate. What is ultimate at the end? Acceptance and moving on. Accepting everything or embracing everything the life throws at you because you cannot change it. All you could do is to embrace and exercise and execute and move on what life throws at you. That is the ultimate because we are here to bring heaven to earth, not to just follow the rudimentary directions or just notions or ideology. We are here to bring heaven to earth. That's why we are here. So, keeping that mind, that is the ultimate. So, how do you execute this life? This beautiful, vivid, exquisite nature, the ecosystem, the chemistry of life. How do you take it forward? Keeping the ultimatum in your mind, and so that life is made more beautiful. So this poem shall make you understand that. So these are the most wonderful themes this poem offers to you. So there is a big deal to know about this poem for Anna Gregory. It's a beautiful message we have. So as we go across, we'll come across few new vocabularies that may sound new to us. So look at this list. So we have just three words that sound very new and fresh to us. Check the first word. It is despair. So what is despair? Despair means sadness. Are you in despair? It means, are you sad? Well, next, the word is rampart. There's a movie, an Hollywood movie. Have you seen it? Rampart? Well, if you have seen, that's really good. Well, it does mean here, rampart means it's a wall that defends the fort. It's a defending wall that is built on the fort. That's what we have here. And next, the last word is esternite. Well, look at this word esternite, the prefix ester. We use this word only for yesterday, but this prefix could be used for other words too, like yesteryear, yesterday, yesterweek, and yesternight. See, that sounds really new to us, isn't it? We usually, mention like last night, last year, but now you got it. This prefix yester could be used with yesteryear, yesterweek, yesternight. All right? So that's all we have here in this session. So that's enough. So thank you very much. Take care of your health. I'll see you in the next session. Thank you.